Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amberly and I own and run DesertHardt dairy goats here in Yuma, Arizona. So I've recently posted a video of my bottle kids nursing on this self-feeder right here. And after many requests on a video on how to build it, I'm gonna teach you here right now. So the items that you're gonna need today, the first off, the ones that you're gonna find at your local Home Depot or Lowe's or just your hardware store, is a piece of plexiglass. You don't have to do plexiglass. You can probably get away with a piece of wood, maybe a thinner piece of metal, or directly attach these to your ice chest or plastic tote if that's how you're going to be assembling yours. So the other item that you're gonna need is an 1.5 inch hole. This is an attachment for your drill. This is gonna be the hole that is used to create on your plexiglass. And then the other attachment that is not pictured here currently is a 3/4 inch. That's to create the hole on the ice chest for the latex hosing to run through. Next item that you're gonna need is this 1/4 inch latex refrigerator hose. I found it at my local Lowe's hardware store. So the latex hose is gonna be what you're attaching to the back of the bucket teat unit itself. So these 4 items are gonna be what you're gonna need to order from Premier One. This is optional. We actually haven't used this at all. The husband constructed this, so he didn't need this. However, it was only a couple of bucks. I bought it just in case to have it. You're going to need the bucket teat unit, and this is all sold together. And it does come apart. This side stays on one side of the plexiglass, and this is on the opposite side. It comes with 2 rubber washers to help seal. You're going to need a milk check valve. And last but not least, the item that you're going to need is a latex teat. They do have 2 options to select on their site. I chose with the softer, natural style latex teat, but it's all personal preference. So when cutting the piece of plexiglass, it's going to be personal preference as far as how big of a size you're wanting to cut, the width and the length. This is what I'm going to use for my smaller kids that are still training before they get thrown in with the big kids. So first step in constructing your self bucket feeder is you're gonna attach the 1/4 inch latex hosing onto the back side of the bucket teat unit. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, this is gonna be the hardest part of all of it, is stretching this hose onto there. The husband has a trick where you put a zip tie through the hose. You hold the end of the zip tie in your mouth, you wet the tip of the hose just a little bit and then force it in. But that's gonna be the first step, is getting this hose attached to the bucket teat unit. So as you guys saw, I convinced him to show you on camera that little trick. I'm not good at it. I have yet to try, but he somehow gets the job done. He said it's best if you can work this hose up as far as you can. So as you see, there is a stopping point. So next task is going to be attaching a zip tie to said hose onto the bucket teat unit. That way it doesn't go anywhere. You're gonna attach that. So then we have this nifty tool that you attach to the zip tie, and it tightens it and then crimps it off. And there you go, it's nice and snug, it's not going nowhere. All right, so once that task is complete, the next step is gonna be unscrewing the bucket teat unit, taking one of the rubber washers off and leaving one behind on this side, and then reattaching it on this side once you get it screwed on. So then once you get this piece attached, you're going to attach the nipple just like so. Make sure it goes on there snugly, and then this goes on as afterwards. So just like that, it's that easy. It already has a pre-made hole on the teat, so you don't have to make it any larger unless your kids are demanding a bit more. So that's gonna be it for this part of it. The next task is gonna be attaching your milk check valve onto the latex hosing. So I'm not sure how well you're able to see that on the camera, but there is an arrow indicating towards the longer end of the milk check valve. As you can see, this is the shorter end of the milk check valve. The arrow points to the direction that the milk will flow. Milk will be sucked up through this end, goes through the check valve, and then up through the latex hose. So your latex hose is gonna go on this longer end. And you're going to attach it. And from there, again, a zip tie on the end of it. This is the trickier part. If you have a friend to hold it, it makes it easier. If not, just get it on there. Put there. And just like that. So, you now have a latex hosing zip tied onto the milk check valve, so it's not going nowhere. So it is evening here, so I'm gonna apologize for the poor video quality and my noisy kids. So I have a 4-unit set up right here. My plexiglass is zip tied to a piece of fencing. We do have some cardboard. It just keeps it off the fence. As you can see, that way there's a little bit of a gapping so that they're not bound up against the fence panel. This is what it looks like to the front. And if you look directly behind, I have my hoses running into an ice chest back there. And if you open the ice chest, you can see I have a gallon milk container with the latex hoses running in with the check valves well submerged underneath the milk. If I can get it back in there. And then I have a couple of frozen water gallons in there just to help keep that milk cold. This is served cold and offered 24/7 to my bottle kids. So one thing I do want to mention is you need to attach the milk check valves after you fit it through the hole. If you try before, it will not fit. So once you feed it through the hole, then attach these milk check valves, and then you can drop them in your gallon milk container or whatever container that you are using. So once you get these assembled and the milk check valves on, you will need to prime your hoses. What that means is this milk check valve is going to do its job. Its job is to hold milk with inside this hosing. So that way when kids come up to nurse, it's that much easier for them to access the milk. So these do have to be primed for the kids to be able to get milk. Otherwise, they're going to nurse on these vigorously, and what they can do is put a hole in them. So if I can show you a little bit. Oh, okay, as I got that all over my pants. So as you can see, this nipple is primed and ready to go. So how I've primed them is I put my thumb on the tip of it, and then with my other hand, I'll vigorously just, you know, pump it a little bit, give it a little bit of air, and keep going. The other way that you can prime it is that if you have older kids and you get them to nurse off of it, it can help. So how I've seen other people prime their teats is that they stick a syringe in the tip of the nipple and then suck the air through the lines into that syringe, and I've seen it done that way. I just put my thumb on it and give it a couple of good, you know, pumps, and it does really well. Okay, so I got someone to demonstrate, just like such. Will you open the ice chest? And when you open the ice chest, you can see that hose that he's nursing off of is pumping away. Simple as that. Now this system is not a set it and forget it. I do refresh that gallon container twice a day, and then in the summertime it'll probably be a bit more often since our temperatures here in Arizona can reach to 120. It's just something that I'm gonna have to be mindful and watch, because obviously I have hoses that are exposed, so that milk is going to get warm. All right, and it's just as simple as that. This system so far is brand new to me. However, I am loving it and I will definitely be using it in the years to come. I am going to link all of the items down below by description and where to find them. I am not affiliated with any of these links, so I don't make any money off of them. All right, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.
Everybody has their job, 9 to 5, and getting drained. They settle for second best, scared to risk what the future might bring. What the future might